Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Jamali Francis and today you're tuning in to Jamali Francis Archi Instinct. Today's video is going to be about presenting and how to execute a presentation. Guys, first and foremost, I want to apologize for not uploading for the last 2 weeks due to having assignments and being ill. But now we're back on track. I want you guys to stay tuned. Make sure you like, comment and subscribe. Thank you. Alright guys, so as I said in the introduction, we're going to be talking about presentations and I'm going to give you guys 5 tips to show you how to present your work better. So the first tip is give a confident introduction. So one thing that you want to make sure that you're doing is not having your hands in pockets, swinging around your arms. A lot of people tend to do this but don't notice that they're actually doing it until someone tells them. So you want to make sure you stand still, like with your hands by your side. Don't be too militant, but make sure you're very relaxed, and not very relaxed, but it's a presentation, so be formal but relaxed. Show them that you're not scared, because once you're tense and a bit like agitated, they're gonna see, okay, cool, you're a bit nervous. So some people tend to use that in their advantage to say they don't even want to work with you because of how nervous you are, and that's not a good sign. So be confident, that's one. So make sure when you're speaking, speak nice and clear. Don't be rambling on and on and on about things. Don't be having sentences and sentences, because people lose interest just like that. You want to make sure that you scan the room. You want to scan the room and make sure that you have not eye contact, but just scan so you can see everyone. So you look around, make sure you can see everyone. Make eye contact with 1 or 2 people, but you want to make sure that you're like the audience feel relaxed to listen to you. You don't want to make it seem like, okay, cool, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, and you're just speaking to one person, because then the audience will think, okay, why is he looking at that one person? Like, does he want his attention? If you're going, for example, in architecture, if I'm presenting one of my concepts, I might have a group of people, but I know he's the best person. I'm not going to look directly at him because I want him. I'm going to give it to everyone because everyone's come to the presentation. So next, you want to give your credit. You want to give your credentials. So you want to kind of, it's like a mini speech. You want to give a mini speech on like what you're gonna do. So you want to say, okay, cool, for example, I'm a student designing an infrastructure to produce a sustainable, innovative infrastructure. Yeah, that's my mini speech. So let them know what you're doing. I'm a student, I'm designing an infrastructure which is compatible with sustainability and it's innovative as well. So let the audience know who you are, what your name is. My name's Jamali Francis, I'm a student and I'm designing an infrastructure which is compatible with a sustainable and innovative design. So kind of build up that what's the word, trust. So you're kind of now, okay, you're one-to-one in everyone, but not really, because you're kind of saying, okay, cool, my name's Jamali, I do this is what I'm doing, and this is what I'm presenting to you guys. Next is entice your audience. You want to make sure that you entice the audience. So the way that you can do this, there's a couple ways that you can do this. You have to make sure that you grab your audience attention in the first 2 minutes of your presentation, because it is a known fact that the audience can get tired of what you're saying within the first 2 minutes. So if you don't come with the right energy, the right sort of vibe, they're not gonna really want to listen to your idea. So what you want to do is 3 things. Make the audience happy. The way that you can make the audience happy is by giving them your idea. That's making them happy, because that's the sole reason that they're there. You want to make the audience feel like they're being successful and you're being successful, because this idea could gain some sort of success, hence why you're presenting it. And the last but not least, this one for yourself, is be free. So the night before you might be stressed and saying, I've got this presentation and everything, but think about it, as you get the presentation done, you're gonna have that freedom to yourself, like, okay, I've done it, I've executed it, they like my idea, they hate my idea. Depends where it is, but you'll feel free because you've had that, you've given your presentation, you got over and done with, so now you're a bit more relaxed. So make sure you stay relaxed while presenting, and afterwards you'll be relaxed as well. The next step, the third step, is introduce your presentation topic. A lot of people tend to, my name's Jamali Francis, I have an idea of a house. No. That's not it. You have to make sure that you've got things like a PowerPoint or InDesign in place, so you got slides, so while you're speaking to them, they've got slides that they can read. Never, ever read the slides to them. They're not incompetent. Do you get what I'm saying? They're not incompetent. So you want to make sure that they have the slides there. That's the agenda that they're going to take away with them. The slides are things that they're going to take away with them, but you yourself, you're explaining those, summarizing those ideas on the board. So you want to make sure that you give them the proper summary of what you're doing, and there on the board is the key information that they're going to take away with them. And for example, you say, okay, cool, so this is how you would summarize it. There's 5 points of this building on the board. For example, there's 5 points in this on the building, which is the foundation, the main structure, the substructure, etc. You want to summarize the points that you have on the board. You need to come up with a summary of those points. You don't want to be reading out each point list by list by list, or they're just going to be like, what is the point of this presentation, because everything's on the board. You might have just handed me a leaflet when I came in. Do you get what I mean? So make sure you summarize those points on the board and explain them. Not rambling on, but just give a summary of everything to sum up those 5 points. Or normally 5 points is good for each slide, but sometimes you can put more depending on what your presentation is about. And last but not least, what you want to do at the end of your presentation, give a detailed statement. Give a bold statement, because this is how you end your presentation, and this is what is going to be taken, like this is the most important thing that's going to be taken away most probably from the presentation, which is the data and the information that backs up your whole idea. So for example, you want to make the audience know what you're talking about. Like, not make the audience know what you're talking about, but they know that you know what you're talking about, and that you're not just presenting someone else's idea, or you just came up with this idea quickly. You have to know your own project before you present it. So make sure that you take your time out and learn the project that you're doing. Don't wait the night before and say, okay, this, that, I'm going to present it, and you don't know a thing about it. So for example, if I want a developer to take my concept of these flats, I could say I have flats, I have a set of flats which will help provide more housing for the community, and it will increase your income by 50%. You're coming with the statement at the end. This is what this project will help you do. The presentation, you want to make sure that you kind of leave the audience with something to think about, because if you don't, they're just going to think, okay, that's another idea, but you haven't left them like what they want to know. As soon as someone sits down, they want to know what are they using, like why are they here, what can they gain from this presentation. So make sure you leave them with something that they're going to know, okay, cool, I can gain something from this guy, I want to choose him. Leave them with a detailed statement. But those are the 5 steps. The 5 steps are: give an introduction, give a confident introduction. Step number 2, give your credentials. Make sure you know what, it's like a mini speech. Make sure you know what your mini speech is and execute it nicely to them. No hand swinging, no playing with pencils, no playing with your hair, none of that. Number 3, entice your audience. Make sure you grab their attention early. Grab it early. Don't wait for them to think, and then they just zone it out. Then they see a picture and they're like, oh, that picture's nice, but I wasn't listening to nothing before, so I don't really know if this is the building that I want. The picture's nice, but I never listened to none of the information. Number 4 is introduce your presentation topic through a slide, InDesign. Make sure you talk about it, don't ramble on, summarize it nice and early. And step number 5 is give a detailed statement which they're gonna take away with them. But if you guys did like the video, make sure you like, comment and subscribe. Leave down below in the comment section which part you think is the most helpful tip from the video, and stay tuned for next week's video. I have something coming, so thank you for watching.